Former U.S. President Donald Trump cruised to another primary win on Saturday, easily beating lone rival Nikki Haley in her home state of South Carolina. He had close to 60% of the vote, with 99% of expected ballots tallied, according to pollster Edison Research.
There's never been a spirit like this, and I just want to say that I have never seen the Republican Party so unified as it is right now. Never been like this.
It was the Republicans' fifth nominating contest in a campaign Trump has dominated from the outset, despite facing dozens of criminal charges. The big win will bolster calls from Trump's allies that his last-standing rival, Haley, should drop out of the race. But the former South Carolina governor appeared to have outperformed expectations, with Trump's 20 percentage point margin smaller than opinion polls had earlier projected.
My whole goal for running is because you have a majority of Americans who are saying they don't want Donald Trump and they don't want Joe Biden. So as long as you have a majority of Americans saying, please give us a choice, I'm going to continue to fight. I am not going anywhere.
Haley continued to insist she would fight on, at least through Super Tuesday in March, when Republicans in 15 states and one U.S. territory will cast ballots.
And we're headed to the Super Tuesday states throughout all of next week.
However, Trump has already been campaigning as though he was the official GOP presidential candidate as he focused his attacks on Democratic incumbent Joe Biden. Before flying to South Carolina to watch ballot returns on Saturday, Trump did not mention Haley once as he addressed a gathering of conservative activists near Washington, mocking Biden and again claiming political persecution.
I stand before you today not only as your past and hopefully future president, but as a proud political dissident. I am a dissident.
With a massive lead in national opinion polls, Trump could effectively clinch the nomination by mid-March if he continues to win primaries at the same pace, just in time for his first criminal trial, scheduled to begin on March 25th in New York City. Nearly a third of those who voted in South Carolina's Republican primary said Trump would not be fit for the presidency if he was convicted of a crime, according to an exit poll conducted on Saturday by Edison.
Thank you very much. Wow. That is really something. This was a little sooner than we anticipated. It was an even bigger win than we anticipated. And I was just informed that we got double the number of votes that has ever been received in the great state of South Carolina. So that's pretty good. So it's a record times 2. And America first. First of all, my family, Melania, Barron, Tiffany and Michael, they're so supportive. But now there's a spirit that I have never seen. We ran 2 great races, but there's never been a spirit like this. And I just want to say that I have never seen the Republican Party so unified as it is right now. Never been like this. America first. We're putting America first. First of all, my family. Right now, we're a laughingstock all over the world. Our country is going to be respected again, respected like never before.
The next president of the United States, Nikki Haley.
I said earlier this week that no matter what happens in South Carolina, I would continue to run for president. I'm a woman of my word. America will come apart if we make the wrong choices. This has never been about me or my political future. We need to beat Joe Biden in November. I don't believe Donald Trump can beat Joe Biden. Now is the time to renew that belief. Now is the time to remember who we are. We're citizens of the greatest country in human history. And we must lead now more than ever before. I'm grateful to South Carolina. I always have been and I always will be. And I'm grateful that today is not the end of our story. We're headed to Michigan tomorrow. And we're headed to the Super Tuesday states throughout all of next week. Thank you, South Carolina. Thank you to everybody who's been here today. Onward. Thank you. God bless you.
Well, we voted for Donald Trump. I liked what he did in the last presidency. The economy was going well. We had control of our borders. He was pro-police officers and law. So I feel like out of all the politicians, he's the one that said what he was going to do, and he did it. And I think a lot of times when we get people in office, they say one thing during the election year and do something else while they're in office. So unfortunately, he's the only person that's ever seemed like he's held true to his word.
I voted for Nikki Haley simply to, maybe cancel out one of the Donald Trump votes. And that is because this is heavy Donald Trump support in our state. I don't understand it. I think he's dangerous. I think he's a threat. And if Democrats come out and give a vote to Nikki, it takes one away from him, and perhaps, if she were to be elected against Joe Biden, I wouldn't be terrified every day when I woke up.
Well, I voted for Trump because I trust him more than I do Haley. And she's more of a globalist, and I just can't support that.
There were 14 people in this race. I had a dozen of the fellas I had to get rid of first. It was taking them out one at a time. Now he is the one-on-one opponent that I have, and that's why you see us showing the contrast between me and him. If I had done that in the beginning, I would have been a Chris Christie. My goal was to make sure that we took it one person at a time, one competitor at a time.